Hello, Seth here from Steve Albers Real Estate Advisors. I handle client care and transaction coordination for Steve. One of the things that I do on the Steve Albers team, one of the jobs I have is to help our clients determine highest and best use for the properties that they're either buying or selling. And part of that involves talking to the city or the county, figuring out if additional buildings could be put on the property, if it could be subdivided, that sort of thing. One question that we've been running into a lot lately is in more rural areas, oftentimes there's an additional factor beyond just the traditional zoning rules and regulations, and that's called entitlements, building entitlements on a piece of land. And how that works is, effectively, it's an elegant solution to a difficult problem. Sorry, I had to duck the tree there. So the issue that they are trying to solve is how do you maintain that rural feel in a farm community while still allowing some development to happen. And so their solution to that was to use what they call building entitlements on a piece of land. So let's say you have 100 acres that you own, and they will allow you, outside of any normal zoning rules and regs, to build 10 homes on that. Using the entitlement system, you don't have to do an even distribution of land. You could do 9 1-acre lots and one 91-acre lot and still develop the land however the rules would allow you. But basically, by limiting the number of buildings, they still maintain the rural and farmland characteristics that people is the reason most people move out into those areas to begin with, while still allowing some development. And it's there's a lot of uses for that, whether it's someone who owns a large parcel of land that wants to break part of it off and sell it to a developer or individual buyers to build on, or let's say you have an old family farmstead that maybe the parents wanted to provide some land to build for their adult children, or they wanted to break it off and sell part of it for personal financial reasons. That would allow them to maintain the ability to farm or use the remainder of the land for agricultural purposes while still selling and developing those other parcels. Now again, we run into this most often in rural or farm communities, usually further outside the cities. You might start seeing it in third-tier suburbs and further out. Usually it involves a phone call to the governing authority, whether that's the county or the city, and that's something that we can certainly help you figure out, whether you're looking at purchasing and building a home, or maybe multiple homes, or if you have a piece of land that you're looking to sell and aren't sure what the highest and best use is for that, so that you can get the best return on your investment. Again, Seth Paul with the Steve Albers Real Estate Advisors. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks so much. Bye.